Why is it taking so long? Oh, there we are. Hi, everyone.
No,
Happy Tuesday. Oh, no. I filled it high again. I'm sorry. Oh, my gosh. Are you in? Are we good? Clear? Hi, everybody. Yay. Oh, look it. Do you like to see my thumbnail for this video? It's
I
me.
was missing.
It's me and me. And here we go. I can hear myself. Hi, James. Hello.
Is there
What?
a shadow or not?
What shadow?
Oh, maybe only I can see it from this angle.
Oh, whoa. That just went in my ear. Whoa. Whoa.
These things really.
I'm working on it. I want to hang pictures and stuff and make it more like racing themed, but obviously I haven't gotten that far yet. So work in progress. Hello, Happy Gilmore, Christina. We got Michael, Jim, Travis, Big Red, Shannon. Hi guys. Hello. Happy Tuesday.
You can see if you jump on really early, you get shout outs.
And John and Bob and Ron, yes, he's right. So, I don't know. What did you do this morning, darling?
I measured all of the hoses for the plumbing on the race car.
Okay.
And Josh was spinning all the axles to make sure that they don't have any run out.
Mm-hmm.
We have a tolerance we keep them by. Some people draw a line on the axles to see if they twist.
Mm-hmm.
I just spin them because if they twist, then they always have some sort of like wobble to them. So I just spin them and measure them with a dial indicator.
Would you like to tell everyone about your race last night? Your topic was very interesting, but
okay. that was quite the switch.
It just dawned on me. You raced last night.
She was not interested in the axles.
No, it wasn't.
Or the plumbing.
Sorry.
She asked, so that was polite.
Yeah.
Last night's race. Let's see. World of Outlaws late models presented by NOS Energy Drink. Right?
Yes.
You're not listening.
All I heard is right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I timed like 15th or 16th. 16th. That put me fourth in the fourth heat. Finished third. It was the first clean and green heat I've had. I mean, we're like there was no crashes, just raced, and it was fun. Unfortunately, our other dirt modified competitors did not have as much fun.
Mm-mm.
Chris Heil qualified on the outside pole of his heat, got slid and crashed in the first turn. And Anthony Perego made the A main.
He was doing good.
Went from 11th to 2nd and got spun out with like one restart to go.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, they didn't even throw the yellow. He got spun out in second in the middle of the backstretch. He didn't get the yellow. I came from 16th up to 11th or something, and all of a sudden he's sideways in the middle of the backstretch. I had nowhere to go, so I check up to go around him. No caution. So I go to the back.
You should know by now. Never just gotta keep going.
What? Just drive through him?
No.
That sounds a little bit suicidal.
I'm kidding. kidding.
So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of luck in the A there. So.
Happy birthday, Nate! It's
Not
your birthday.
Only that, but earlier than that, I pit because there was I got a little damage.
Mm-hmm.
Figured we're in the back. Let's pit, get it fixed, and come back out. Well, I got a lap down under yellow. Got the yellow. That went in. Of course, you go to long green run after that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just get a quick yellow, so you get your lap back at the lugging dog, whatever. There was a long green, and then we got our lap back. Went forward. Then after that, there was a lot of iRacing last night. So after that, we did the
ESS.
Sort of like ESS group. We did Charlotte, and I made it just for the main. I didn't even get to qualify. I started last. and made it up to second. And one of the drivers, like their computer wasn't really up to par. The internet was jumping, his car was jumping around, and they crashed. And I don't know.
That's crappy.
And then they had a bunch of crashes, and the last like 10 laps, we didn't complete any green flag laps. It was just the yellow would come out, and then they'd count the cautions, and then we didn't finish the race under green. But that was a practice race. They're gonna do like a real one soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like one you can watch. Then there's more iRacing stuff that Mandee doesn't want to hear about. I watched after that the iRacing Pro Series for the World of Outlaws sprint cars was at Knoxville, and Alex Bergeron came from 9th up to 2nd and was battling for the lead, and it was an epic, exciting battle. There was no cautions and baloney. It was just they were dicing it up like crazy up front, and all of a sudden his car just disappeared. It was very, very unfortunate because he's racing for points, a points battle that pays $10,000 to win at the end of the season. And
essentially, it's kind
the car just disappears in thin air.
It's like just blowing up. You're gonna have that.
I guess it's kind of like that. It's a similar feeling. Like, really, we're that close, and you just blow up.
Yeah.
Blew the engine.
Yeah. Maybe you lost electric. I don't know.
Can you imagine just watching a race and the car just
poof, disappears? Well, yeah. When I watch from home, I'm watching, and then like a car wrecks, and then it just gone. Like it never happened. I'm like, oh. It's interesting.
Yeah. It made me very sad because like these guys take this very, very seriously, and they race really clean.
Yeah, so that kind of.
And they work hard at it. They practice a ton, and it actually means something because there's real money on the line. And something like that just makes it kind of ruins it. So
it's all part of it, I guess. Who knew? Mike asks, how many other race teams are housed nearby to your shop? I don't really think we have anyone nearby. Not
Mike.
close. Oh wait, what is this?
Mike McGinn has a car right down the street.
Yes. That
they run like Devil's Bowl, a little bit of Airborne here and there.
Okay, that's one. Isn't Mueller like a couple exits down from us?
Yeah, he's probably not even, I don't know, half an hour?
30? Yeah.
Probably half an hour away from Jesse Mueller. Who else?
No. I was gonna say Laner, but he's more south. That's like
he's all the way to Saratoga.
Yeah.
Which is
if
an hour
there's
and a
anyone
half.
up at Airborne, but I don't know.
There's lots of further up to Plattsburgh. There's a lot of racers up there, but still not that close. So.
Oh, someone wants to know if you could post your potential iRacing schedule, Michael.
Sure, I'll try to. I try to post something like the day of. Today we're racing World of Outlaws sprint cars at Lernerville, 7 p.m. on Dirt Vision. So that's what's up today. But a lot of times they don't tell you whether you're in the race until that day. There was one I think it was last week. I thought I was in the Fox Sports one because I was in the week before. And then at 4 p.m. I looked at the roster. I'm not on it. So I don't know. It's pretty hard to tell until the day of sometimes.
Do you want to maybe tweet it or post on your Facebook page, like as soon as we find out?
We can do that.
That just means more work for me.
Well, you have yet to post anything about iRacing.
I've been retweeting on your Twitter.
She doesn't like it.
Have you not noticed I've retweeted stuff?
Retweeting doesn't count. I can do that. Retweet.
You haven't.
you press a button. Yes, I have. I have too. I did stuff last night. I retweeted stuff.
That was me.
Oh, I retweeted stuff
Baloney.
I did too.
I don't believe you. Let me look.
I don't know why she doesn't believe me. I hit the button.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Whatever. You did one.
What do we have for questions here? Eli Mandrelli says, how many suits do you have? Well, current suits that have like our current sponsors on them, I got one that has everything on it, and we got one new one on the way, so I'll be able to wear two of them during the season, kind of alternate those.
Did you say
then
we're getting one?
What?
We're getting one?
We're getting one. And then I've got a bunch of old suits, so like, you know, the sponsors are outdated on them or something. Yeah. But when I jump in a car that I don't have any sponsors of theirs on the suit anyway, I can wear my old suits because they still fit and there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah, that's kind of the crappy part is, I mean, it is and it isn't.
Yeah, I mean, they last a long time and they're really expensive, but
if you have like
they keep you safe,
competitive,
and they look nice, and it's just really, it really costs a lot of money when you get a new sponsor. I know that doesn't make any sense, but you have to redo all of your bodies, all of your decals if you have them on your trailer, your pick cart, your helmet, your suit, you know, just everything has to be redone, and it costs a lot. Sometimes it costs the whole amount that the sponsor gives you.
Yeah,
so you really didn't do anything with the sponsor money except, you know, so, but if you kind of split it up between multiple sponsors, then it seems to make it work. But again, to change one means you got to get a whole new suit. So I don't know. And if anybody knows of somebody that can restitch them, you know, that'd be really awesome.
I don't know.
You know, make some small changes here or there, because that would make use of a lot of my old suits.
Well, crap, I don't even know what they're called anymore, but it used to be awesome. They don't do stitching; it's all printed.
Right. But my Simpson suits are all stitched.
Yeah.
And they look really good, and they last a long time. It's worth it, especially if you keep your sponsors the same.
Create patches, not stitching, Kent says. Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Can you remove patches? I guess you can remove patches.
A lot of times I've ironed the patches on and they just never stay on. So you have to sew them on.
Yeah. Mike Falcon asks, okay, so Mandee, same question to you. Does your dad or brother's shop have many nearby race teams? Just wondering where the hothead of dirt racing in the Northeast is.
Hothead.
Like where the
hotbed.
Main.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, because I don't know, where would you, I feel down by me because we're so close. Like most of our tracks in Jersey, PA are at least within 2 hours. So really, we have quite a bit. We definitely have more in an area. New York is like this big, and Jersey's like this big.
Yeah. The hotbeds are around the tracks. You see a lot of teams like near tracks. Like there's a lot of teams near Syracuse, near Weedsport, in the area like over by Ransomville, Merrittville, around Bicknell.
Yeah.
There's a lot down by Middletown and that area around TO and northern New Jersey. Those seem to be the hotbeds.
It's right by me.
You're not that far from there.
Okay.
I mean, you're southern New Jersey, but I didn't like that hotbed is limited to like 2 racetracks, right?
We've got New Egypt, Bridgeport, Grandview. There's 3.
I would call Grandview a whole different area. I mean, that's the Pennsylvania.
Closer than Bridgeport to me.
Okay, but that's the Pennsylvania hotbed compared to New Jersey hotbed.
Or prior to places. Okay. Oh. Okay. Heather asks, "What's your favorite part of racing? The fans, the friends, the adrenaline?" ?
For me?
I'm assuming for both of us.
Well, you just listed what it is for her. The fans, the friends, and the adrenaline. That's what she likes.
I don't think I can pinpoint it down.
I like the mechanics, the science, the math, the fabrication.
I feel this is how we work so well together.
Yeah, because like nothing that she likes about it is what I like. And vice versa.
Both like it.
She doesn't like any of the mechanics of it.
Like after the races, Michael asked, like, we'll discuss what went down, and I'll see things that he just doesn't ever care to look at or know about.
Yeah, why does it? Yeah.
And then, but how I look at it is, I tell you what I saw, what happened, and then you tell me your end, and then we come together and we notice about everything that happened that night.
Mm-hmm.
You
kind of grasp the whole thing between
the two
of us and like the videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's like makes sense. I mean, you're worried about the mechanical part, and I'm like, all right, how many people are in the stands, or who did this, or was their food any good?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I like the community, but I also like the adrenaline. I also do like, I can hear myself. That's awkward. I really like in racing that what you do on the cars and the shop and all that stuff, and actually getting to see the car race and seeing everything that you put into that week prior. I like that. Joy Filter says, why not make a fire suit like a military uniform where the patches or sponsors can be on Velcro? I feel like they've done that. Didn't they used to do Velcro stuff?
I have no idea. I mean, it would be cool if you did like a military looking one with the Velcro.
Yeah. I just feel that would be hard to keep clean. A piece of mud could knock a sponsor off. You had it in the victory lane, and oh my God, my name's not on the suit. Just saying.
Okay.
See, that's the things that crosses my mind. Yeah, you were right. He meant hotbed. Good job.
Jerry Davis says, I may be out of the loop. I've only been viewing for the last 3 weeks, but who owns the 33 and 21 cars? So the 33 car is my family-owned car. My dad's at home working on that right now. Mm-hmm. And the 21 car is Charlie Davis's from Woodside Farms. And my dad drove for him before I did. So.
Thanks. Someone had asked earlier, where was it? Frank asked, do you think the local tracks will start before the traveling association starts? Do you know what that means?
The traveling association? I'm assuming maybe like
that we can travel?
Highway stuff?
What does that mean?
Are we not allowed to travel right now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't watch the news.
Yeah, you guys probably know more than we know. We're sheltered.
See, I just think my problem is it's not that, I mean, part of it's that I don't care, but it's also just that there's so much negativity. I just want to block it out and focus on what's important to me, what I need to do every day.
I feel between social media and our parents, they call and tell us what we need to know.
Yeah, everybody and there's so much chatter and talk about the COVID, this, that, the other thing that any chance I can to not talk about it is better.
I'm a firm believer in that the news channels tell you what they want you to know. So I just pick and choose what I choose to hear and believe and kind of just roll with that. Otherwise, like, I'll talk to my mom, my dad, and they're just so frantic about, oh my God, this many people died today because of the virus and this many people and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, I know it's happening, but I'm not going to let that stop me from living my life.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and then you can't let it bring you down to the point where you are depressed every day.
We're still being cautious. We're not going out and partying or anything of that sort, but I don't know. It is lonely, a little boring, but whatever. We got each other. It's great. We're playing a game of Scrabble that's been going on for at least 2 days. 3 days? I'm not really sure who's leading right now, but I did play a good word this morning.
Scott Hall asked, do your crew guys stop by or do you do all the work yourself? So I have Josh in the shop with me every day. We're there all day, every day. And then Rich comes after work, probably 2 to 3 days a week, plus Saturday mornings. We crank out a lot of stuff early. So, yeah, I get a lot of help from those guys.
Jake says, Mandee, your website to get the shirt. Hey, that's what I'm wearing. This is my t-shirt. I'm limited on sizes, so hopefully I have what you need. I gotta order more. I also want to work on a new design. So if you have any ideas, and please don't tell me we're gonna put all of Dad, Mike, Billy, my nephew, everyone on the same shirt. Love you guys, but I've heard that one already. No. I like to go with the support your racetrack theme. So if you come up with ideas of that, I'm all for it. Oh, okay. So people are saying, I see. Okay, so Jordan might have clarified. He says, I think he means NASCAR, IndyCar. Back to the traveling associations.
Okay.
Like Super Car Series, short track. Christina says, I think he means
like sanctioning
tracks
bodies.
will just run a weekly night of racing and the World of Outlaws and so on won't start traveling at the same time. Thank you. See, that makes sense. Oh, no offense to Frank. I'm
well, it's just a word.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's tough to say.
Let's face it, you're guessing if you're trying to try to answer this question.
Obviously.
Because we don't know.
Someone says, what do you think? And I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
I haven't talked to anyone to know, but...
She'll have her GoPros charged up for whenever they tell us that they're going to race.
I still need to clean them from Georgetown.
My race cars ready for that. Whenever it happens to be.
As soon as we get the go-ahead, I'll be cleaning the GoPros. Yes. But that's, I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up because... I don't know. It is a toss-up because does it matter if it's a traveling or not, if it's local or not? You tell me. Give me your 2 cents. I'll run off of that. Oh wait. Here we go. John Doe hitting us with the questions. Have you ever had issues crossing the border to race in Canada?
I've heard of people having issues, but honestly,
this past.
Honestly, it's really relatively simple. If you don't have like a serious rig with lettering all over it, then you gotta have, like depending on the weight of your vehicle and what you're carrying in it, you gotta have a lot of paperwork.
Uh-huh.
But in general, we just show up with our passports and you give them your license plate number and you tell them you're racing and they're like, okay, no big deal.
I got a few. One, last year when I accidentally took us over that small bridge at Niagara Falls with a truck and trailer.
What happened?
Don't you remember that? When we were going to the races, it was just the 3 of us and we went over the one bridge that you're probably not supposed to take a truck and trailer over, like right at Niagara Falls.
Okay.
And we actually had to get pulled over.
Yeah. Yeah, they checked us for...
Yeah, it wasn't...
I don't know,
crazy.
it took 15, 20 minutes, but it wasn't...
Wasn't it 2 years ago when you were trying to get an engine across?
So now if you're trying to take
I got the memory
stuff over for sale,
mm-hmm.
It's a lot tougher.
Mm-hmm.
I know the guys at Bignell have to deal with this a lot, trying to get stuff over because they're transferring it over to sell it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of paperwork involved with that. But we're just going over, and they ask you when you're going to be returning, and if you're returning relatively soon, they don't hassle you too much because they know you're just coming right back.
Or perishables?
Yeah, we're not selling anything. We're not bringing anything back. We're just going racing, coming home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's usually pretty straightforward. People, I mean, it was a few years ago. I think it was the Super Dirt Car Series. They actually held the trailer at the border.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was. I mean, again, we're crossing into a different country to really make money, and they need to know. So it's questionable quite often. However, we have not been arrested, so we are allowed to leave the country. Someone did ask that.
Jerry asked Mike, so if it started 2 weeks from now, would you be 100% ready? I mean, I don't feel like I've ever in my life been 100% ready to race. I mean, there's always that 2% where we could do this or that to be a little better, or if we had time to make a little more money to spend to improve our stuff, then we would be more ready. But with the budget we have and what we have to work with, yeah, everything's there. It's just a matter of loading it all up and all that. So
wait, is this the question? So Jerry asked, if you started 2 weeks from now, would you be ready?
Yeah, I can say I would be ready.
Yeah,
but I don't like the word 100% because I feel like there's always something you can do to be a little bit better. And right now, just to give you a better idea, a better picture of what's going on. So all of my engines are fogged, like, water's not in them. The spark plug's got to be changed after we fire them up because we don't know when we're going to race. As soon as they say like you're going to race a week from now, I would fire them up, get all the fluids in them, have all that stuff ready, because I'm not going to do that and then have the engine sit and rust.
Yeah.
Okay. So I keep them lubed up and everything in the meantime.
So Nicole asks, there's Nicole's question. Mike, what division do you prefer or like to race in the most? And for me, what division do you like to watch the most?
What do I like to watch the most?
No, I get to be the watch person. You get to be the race person. What division do you like to race the most? And which I answer which division I like to watch the most.
Okay, well,
I make that complicated.
I'm going to answer this anyway. I like to watch the wingless sprints and midgets.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But I have never raced them, so I don't have any clue. But I like racing the modifieds. I just think they would be better without the bodies.
Yeah. Okay.
Similar to the sprints and midgets.
Yeah, I definitely open wheel. Anything open wheel is awesome to watch. But I mean, I'm also biased towards modifieds. So I do get a little extra excited when the sprint cars come to town, wingless or midgets. I feel it's more special. I mean, I don't know. We don't get them around here as much, so I'm thinking like the USAG sprints or midgets or something like that. But
just to explain more, like this. So I love wing sprint cars. They put on a lot of good shows and everything. But when it's tacky and it's not wide, like passing racing, the speed doesn't intrigue me.
Yeah.
Like wow, they're going really fast around there. That doesn't really appeal to me. You could be racing, something really slow, and if they're all mixing it up and you don't know who's going to pass who and who's going to go where, that's what I like for racing. It's not about speed. It's about like how close the action is.
Okay, so Mike Falcon asked, Mandee, when growing up, well, for both of us, do you remember what race really got you hooked? You got an answer for that? I can't remember. What race really got you hooked?
See, I didn't have to get hooked because I was kind of
in it.
I was kind of just forced to go.
Yeah.
I sat in the grandstands with my grandmother and watched the races. Probably didn't even actually watch them. Nope. I probably just sat there playing with my toys and fell asleep during the feature.
Yeah.
But because I was super young. But then as I got older, I got hooked because I got working on the car. So to me, the hook for me was I got into like the mechanics and like all that has to go into making sure that the car finishes the race. And then I was hooked because my heart's pounding, hoping that nothing happens while I watch my dad race and hope that he can win. But not only that, just even if he's running sixth or something, it's like, man, I hope that the tire doesn't go flat, or like I hope somebody doesn't spin out in front of him or something stupid happens.
I was thinking
that always was the thing that really got me hooked.
So I've noticed how this quarantine has calmed me. And I'm like, this is great. I wonder if I can keep this like level-headedness.
Yeah, right.
Like, and then I started thinking, oh my God, as soon as the car like unrolls out of the trailer at the track.
Oh yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what kind of race or where. I definitely couldn't pin down just one race. I mean, I've got a lot in my head, but yeah, when I was young, I mean, I was playing in the grandstands or sleeping on the grandstands or eating mud. I don't know. It was a great time, right? It was a great time.
I don't think there's a, like, you could have 6 cups of coffee in the day and you wouldn't, like, be as, like, your heart wouldn't be pounding and as and as like nervous and excited and everything as soon as like you're waiting for time trials to start or something, you know. Or the feature and you're starting on the pole.
Everyone always asks me, like, they always say like I get so anxious, and I feel like I almost hype myself up to be even more anxious than I am and nervous. But I really am missing that right now.
And to get that feeling, like fans out there, if you don't have a favorite, you gotta pick somebody.
Yeah.
Because the only way to really, really enjoy it is to get, like, to have like that investment, like I really want this guy to win, and you're rooting for him. And
I feel as when you aren't born into it, like I don't want to say an outsider, but a fan that adopts into racing, like, you are going to remember that one race that you were like, holy crap, like, this is awesome. I just remember, like, I can remember, I think, like, one of the very first races that, like, have always stuck in my mind was Flemington when it was asphalt, and I just had to go to the bathroom. It's the first memory I ever remember. That's what got me hooked, guys.
That's what Mandee likes to talk about.
That's what remembers in my head, and then ever since then we've been racing ever since I can remember. So whatever.
Rayleigh asks, because of Mandee's love for ice cream, do you have an ice cream making machine? She likes Stewart's ice cream.
Well, that's because it's the best options we have over here.
Okay, well, up here that's what she likes.
Yeah, Stewart's ice cream. If I were to get an ice cream machine, guys, I would probably be 200 pounds heavier, because the malt ball Easter eggs that Mike got me for Easter are almost gone.
More realistic, she'd probably make ice cream one time with it and then put it in the cabinet and never use it again. That's just my guess.
Okay, Dad. That's like, my dad put together a tire swing at his house for my nephew. And he's like, yep. He's probably just like you when you were younger. I put my time into building something. He's going to play with it once and be done with it. I'm like, yeah, I remember those days.
Greg Holt asked, what license class are you in oval and dirt oval in iRacing? So on the asphalt oval, I'm in class B. And in dirt oval, I'm in class C. And how the license classes work is, so like I'm in the higher class in the asphalt because they started racing 10 years ago. Or more, even. I started racing 10 years ago on iRacing with the asphalt.
Oh, really?
They didn't get dirt racing until, like, I don't know, 4 years ago. So, and then at that time, I was so busy racing and stuff, I didn't really play much on iRacing. Didn't have much time for it. Now I've been spending more time on it. And what's difficult about getting your license class up is it's all about incident points, which is really intriguing because a lot of these races that they've been having and broadcasting, the incident points don't matter. And what an incident point is if you spin out, that's a loss of control, 2x, lost 2 points.
Yeah.
If you hit the wall, it could be a 0x if it's a light hit. If it's a hard enough hit that it causes damage, you get like a 1 or a 2x. You crash somebody, 4x. If you reach in one race, like a single race on like an actual like a league race, if you reach like 12x, you're booted. So you get black flag.
Why is it Why are they not counting points?
I don't know. See,
That's
this is the
baloney.
thing. I think it would extremely clean up the competition if one, they need cautions in heat races so that people don't think you got to win it on the first lap. Like if there's a crash halfway through, you got another chance. But everybody thinks you got to get to the front on the first lap, or you're not going to get there, right? But also the incident points. If you had a penalty of some sort for running into someone or whatever, it cleans it right up. Which for the official races, that's what they're called, official races on iRacing, you have to they have a schedule of them. And you got to wait for them to happen. And then you also have to have your license, you're racing with other people that are in that license class. And so it kind of evens out the competition, and those incident points keep it clean. Because otherwise, the only negative side to it is right now, I've noticed that somebody runs in the back of you, you still get incident points, which is kind of unfair. I mean, guy ran in the back of me, it's not my fault, but you gotta. But I guess that keeps it real because in real life, if someone runs in the back of you, you still get damage. So you gotta watch your mirror. You gotta dodge that guy, I guess.
Interesting.
No matter what happens, it's always on you. So, you get those negative points, and it's really hard to get your license up because you got to run races, not get incident points, but yet you're trying. I mean, you can't help but not try and win. Yeah. And there's people that are bouncing off the walls and running into you, and it's really challenging.
Interesting. Okay, so we've definitely been on here, for 36 minutes. So you can get our merchandise, MikeMahaneyRacing.com.
Yep.
And MandeePauch.com. Because, yes. But again, we're limited on sizes until we get more printed and more made up. So if you guys want them, you can definitely head over there and we'll send them out ASAP. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow. It's lunchtime for us. So thank you all. Hope you guys are staying safe and making time.
Just so you know, too, the squirrel's in the bird feeder again. He's hanging off the side of it.
It's like oh, he actually jumped to it yesterday.
Wow.
He actually jumped to it.
That's hot.
Yeah, so hope you're making the best of your time is what I meant to say. And we will see you all again tomorrow at 12:15.
See ya.
Bye.